Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats in 2022. We're so excited to start a brand new year and cover all sorts of topics with you all this year. You can expect more talk about event trends, marketing tips, industry news stories, and of course, interviews with all kinds of event professionals. These past 2 years of content have been somewhat unpredictable with, the pandemic and all those ever-changing circumstances in the industry, but we are ready to see what 2022 has in store and, follow along with the trends on the way. So to kick off this first episode of 2022, we are going to dive right into the next major holiday of the year, Valentine's Day, which I know Kate loves.
I'm not going to, we did Valentine's trends on our first ever episode, didn't we? And I lost my mind about it.
I think we did.
I think we did.
2020 Valentine's
It was 2020
Day.
February before shit hit the fan. And I literally shit hit the fan when we talked about Valentine's Day instead of it was before the pandemic. And I'm pretty sure we talked a little bit about the sneaky pandemic that was coming into the country. Right. And we were like, it'll be fine.
Have you heard of this coronavirus thing that they're talking about in China?
Whatever, Rachel, who cares about coronavirus? I want to bitch about Valentine's Day.
I can't believe you remember that. Wow. Now I'm going to have to listen back, but you guys don't all have to listen back.
It's a good episode. It's funny.
But Valentine's Day is obviously, can be a touchy holiday, but it's also a money-making holiday for the hospitality industry, and it's only 3 weeks away. So if you're a restaurant or a venue, you should have your Valentine's Day promotions up and running just about now. I've been reading some things that, the mid-January to this week now are the most popular times when people start looking. So you want to get out there now. Valentine's Day is the second most popular day to dine out after following Mother's Day, which is number one. Go moms. So just make sure you're getting as much business as possible up until February 14th. So for this episode, we're going to chat about what we've seen from our customers and what restaurants can be doing if they don't have their packages together yet, because there is still time. And you're going to get people booking things up until February 13th.
Absolutely. And you'll get those last minute people who are like, oh crap. And then February 14th, all of a sudden they're like, do you have any reservations?
The last minute boyfriend who's like, wait, I didn't plan anything for my first Valentine's Day with my girlfriend.
It's great. It's great. That reminds me of sorry, sidetrack. That reminds me of the episode of The Office when Ryan and Kelly first start dating. She thinks they're dating and it's they hung out the day before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I slept with her the day before Valentine's Day. She's like, you want to hang out tonight?
Oh my goodness.
So great. It's such a funny episode. They're all funny. But anyways, welcome to February, everybody. This is so crazy. Well, almost February, but I feel like January was such a wash that Rachel and I just kept being like, I don't want to do the podcast because I'm in such a bad mood. I hate everything right now and everything sucks. So let's just wait until February when things start to get better again. So that's our hope, is that February is going to be a better month.
We are so optimistic.
Oh, so optimistic. I mean, it can't be worse than January. That's for sure. So anywho, we have, like Rachel said, been getting a lot of emails and promotional stuff from our customers regarding Valentine's Day. And I'm going to share a brief overview of two different customers and what they're offering. So the first customer is offering a special prefix menu at some of their restaurants. And then others are just offering specials in addition to their full menu. So, I think it's a good idea you offer more than one option because some people like to do the whole shebang and then others may not want to spend the money and just want a little something special. Most of their restaurants are already either full or filling up quickly. So it's definitely, if you haven't already done your promotions, it's definitely a good time now to start. The promotions target couples and groups of friends because we all know that, Valentine's Day is still a big tradition and it's definitely, and also I feel like, especially when you get to a certain stage in life, maybe you do want to go out for Valentine's Day, but you go out with other couples. So I definitely think it's important. And this customer did that to go after just couples and then friends and then groups of couples and, all the different types of scenarios. And their promotions have been marketed across Facebook, Instagram, their website, email blasts, all of the above. So I think it's important to offer a few different options for a few different groups or types of people, and then put them out there everywhere. Just get it out there, as you probably do with all of your promotions. And then our second the customer that I want to talk about was offering a very festive a la carte menu. And, I think that it is kind of a cute holiday, even though I hate it, but it's what did I say? Now it's all coming back to me. That first episode, I was like with this stupid salad chicken breast and, or like brick chicken and like,
I remember
like
your thing was like, it's the day that amateur diners are out. And so that's why you used to hate it as a server.
I hated it. Listen, and you don't make a lot of money because these people who normally go out on Valentine's Day, and this could have changed since I was working in restaurants, but in my experience, the people who go out on Valentine's Day don't tip well. They don't spend a lot of money. They don't tip well. Oh, they're already spending so much money on this meal that they don't tip well. And the meals are usually pretty underwhelming because they're like, it's like a wedding. You know you're going to have a packed house. So you're just putting out the same options over and over again. Right. And a lot of times it's not your best night as a restaurant. So these people are like, sometimes there's complaints and, I don't know. It's the whole thing. I hate Valentine's Day.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. I have kids now though. So I have to at least like do something for them. You know what I mean? Like a little basket or something. But my husband and I are like, no, we're good. So anywho, back to the promotions. Oh, it's so bad. Okay. So for this second customer, we heard that their weekend is already pretty booked up, but the actual Monday holiday is a little less booked, which is interesting, right? Because I do think that when it falls on a Monday or Friday, that people tend to go out like on a Friday, I guess they would go out, but like a Thursday, Monday, maybe people tend to go out on the weekend before or after for sure. So definitely extend your promotions through the entire weekend. I think is a good idea. Friday to Monday or even Tuesday. Why not? Right. And this venue actually has 5 private events booked on February 12th. And we're not really sure if they're Valentine's Day related, but it's an interesting choice, for an event date. So maybe, who knows? I don't know. I feel like when is the Super Bowl?
It's that same weekend.
It's that same weekend, 13th. But that's Sunday. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting. It's an interesting like little tidbit that they're all booked up for private events for that weekend. Who knows? Most of the promotions with this customer are targeting couples and families. So families, that's one that we haven't really heard of. Right. I think that's a cute one. Actually, that wouldn't like if a restaurant that was kid friendly, like targeted a family, I might take my kids out for dinner on Valentine's Day with like special stuff happening. It's more, I feel like the kids like it more than anything,
Right. Good way to start a tradition.
And the thing is too, like that's really interesting actually when you really think about it, because some restaurants, they are kid or family friendly, right? So people don't think about going to them as a couple for Valentine's Day because the last thing you want as a couple, whether you have kids or not, if you're going out alone, is to be surrounded by children on your night out. So if you're a restaurant that doesn't get a lot of couples and does get a lot of families, and maybe focusing on a family thing is your best bet. That's really good. That's a cute idea.
I like that idea a lot.
Right? And then lastly, we wanted to touch on Boca Restaurant Group, one of our customers, because we did receive a beautiful Valentine's Day promotional email, and I have it open here. And I'll talk about like what I like about it. So Boca Restaurant Group, they have a lot of different venues, different types of venues. And, they focused in this one email. They showed everything from each venue, what each venue is offering. There's different CTAs in the email for each venue. So you can click and learn more about each venue. They also have pictures of what, some of the stuff they're offering at each venue. I do think it's a cute way to promote like your offerings in one email and be like, well, if you don't like they have a steakhouse, if steak's not your thing, like you should check out, they have a really good place for sushi. You could check that out. They also have cafes. They have Girl and the Goat, which is like one of the best restaurants in Chicago. They have, that's their restaurant. They do one with just fish and oysters. They have so many different brands within, their umbrella brand that I think it's a great way to showcase them all in one email. And the pictures are beautiful. They do a really good job of just focusing on like what you would be interested in for Valentine's Day, what each venue is offering, pictures of either the food or the venue or both. It definitely pulls you in. I'd love to go to Girl and the Goat for Valentine's Day. I'd go there for Valentine's Day. I don't live in Chicago though.
I'm looking at Sierra, the photos from Sierra, the pistachio ravioli. Looks incredible.
So good. I've never been there. That's one of their only restaurants that I've never been to. We'll have to go next time we're in Chicago.
I would love to go. I'll be your
They're
date.
all in Chicago, right? Yes, they all are. Yeah, it's a great Boca restaurant group is out of Chicago, and they have some of the most amazing restaurants I've ever been to. I feel like they do a great job with all, and they're all so different, but they do them all so well. So yeah, the Izzyaka, we had an event there, party people event there, and this is probably 2018, maybe 2017. I don't know, it was a while ago. And they do like their sushi and just all of their drinks, their cocktails, and the venue itself is gorgeous. It's like they have like an event space in the basement that's like dark and like alluring and sexy. It's a really cool spot. So if you're in the Chicago area, you should check it out. But yeah, I liked this one, especially because they showed so many different things in one email, and it didn't feel overwhelming or too long or anything. Right. You're not even scrolling for that long, to be honest with you. It's set up really well. They did a really good job with this. So yeah, that's
way to go, Boca.
Way to go, Boca. That's what I got.
Love that.
And sorry to our customers that we snuck around your Tripleseat site on. That's what we do. So Rachel does in her spare time.
Hey, it's also influitive data.
I'm kidding. Influitive data.
But okay, so next I'm going to talk a little bit about how, if you haven't already, you can be putting together a Valentine's Day special, sort of inspired by what some of the things that Kate said. So like you were saying, Kate, it's good to target all the different audiences with your Valentine's Day promotions, couples, groups of friends, even solo diners, maybe. If you're single, hopefully you have some galentines or other friends that you could be going out with. But I feel like, solo diners, they like to eat too, and they like to celebrate holidays too.
But like, oh God, imagine, I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could sit in a restaurant.
Me personally, probably not, but I would find other plans. But I maybe like some sort of takeout thing could be for the solo diner to bring home.
You could sit on your couch and cry while you eat your chocolate lava cake and watch romantic movies.
Yep. Rom-coms, some Ryan Gosling, anything like that.
Yeah.
But
burn pictures of your exes. It's fine. Whatever you feel like doing.
I mean, the anti-holiday or anti-Valentine's Day theme is a theme in itself. The whole attitude about Valentine's Day.
Totally agree. I'm down with that.
A bunch of scorned exes. You never know.
Yeah. I love it.
Great way to unite with your girlfriends. But I mean, I personally think I do like the love and somewhat cheesy things that restaurants can do, because I don't know, I just like that. I'm a Libra.
You're romantic.
So
you're a romantic.
That's what they say. I'm a little bit more romantic, but so I think thinking about any of those aspects of love for people like me, like cutting food in the shape of a heart, using pink and red colors in your garnishes, and lots of chocolate on the dessert menu, I would appreciate that, along with a complimentary glass of champagne. So
of course.
All great things that
all things that I could see you enjoying,
and all things that you would not enjoy.
No, except for the free glass of champagne. I'll take that.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, with like the theme maybe you could do a theme, like throw something together last minute, like something glamorous, like Gatsby themed, or just like different elements of romance movies. I don't even like The Notebook. I don't know. You're a bird. I'm a bird. Could be on something on the menu.
Oh my God, that's funny.
And then just get creative with naming items. Maybe you could try out a new cocktail that your bartender has been working on and give it a flirty name. Like,
did you come up with these yourself?
Yes, I did. I did this. Wow. I did this for the New Year's Eve the New Year's Eve one.
That's right. We did. That's right.
Mm-hmm. But now I'm back with the Lover's Lychee Martini. Or Kiss Me Cosmo with a K.
With a K, of course. Yep.
Or an espresso martini.
Oh, I like that.
Since people sometimes are dumb and don't know how to actually pronounce it as espresso martini, it's espresso.
Everyone in Boston says espresso. Can I have an espresso? It's like
right. So that's perfect if you're trying to plan something for the anti-Valentine's Day vibe. But I feel like these are all easy enough to do. If you could literally take your current menu, if you have these things already, and just
change the name.
Change the names.
Yeah,
I agree. Print new menus, or you could change it up on your QR codes, which has been, one of the benefits of the QR code is that you can edit things while they're already out. Yep. So just change it up for the weekend and then change it back after the Valentine's Day weekend is over. So cute. I think that could be cute. I can't wait to have my espresso martini.
Espresso.
Hope I find one.
I'm gonna have a Kiss Me Cosmo.
Yeah.
Why not?
Last year for Valentine's Day, I remember lots of restaurants were offering the similar items in-house that they were for takeout because of the fact that COVID was really running rampant this time last year and just people were wanting to be at home. But I think that's still a good idea to do again this year. And I think restaurants are doing that again this year because I think it's nice to have the option to do both. Some people may not want to go out and be part of that like percentage of people going out that's really high on Valentine's Day and they'd rather stay at home. So having the takeout option is always a great idea if you haven't thought of that yet. Most restaurants who are doing this also provide the reheating instructions for all the food so people can just do it themselves. So I think it's a good idea to have both options. And especially, maybe the weather's bad, it gets a little snowy, it's cold. Some people may just want to do takeout, but make it a little bit more extravagant than what they normally get for their Chinese food for takeout. Yeah. So definitely consider that if you have it, and even catering, parties. If there is Super Bowl parties, maybe there's some sort of like Valentine's Day element in it too. I don't know.
Might as well. Yeah.
The
I know
girls,
it's going to be so big. Like now that you say that's like, because the Super Bowl used to be on the first Sunday, right? But then in 2021, they changed it to the second Sunday.
Right.
And so now it's probably always going to fall very close to Valentine's Day, if not on Valentine's Day at some point, which is interesting. That's interesting for the hospitality industry, right? Because the Super Bowl is obviously a big one for a lot of places, not all, because some places don't cater to that type of crowd or have TVs. But yeah, that's interesting with catering, even so you like, it's a good way
not to like get stereotypical, but like maybe if you like, we both love sports, but there's some people that don't like sports. So if you could have the crowd that's the Valentine's Day party, and then maybe the females want that versus the guys who are going to the Super Bowl parties. Yeah, I don't know. So you have different audiences that you're catering towards. Obviously, that's the stereotype, and we don't fall in that, but some people do, not sports fans.
Yeah, there's also that whole week after the Super Bowl is like it should be the gold medal games for the Olympics too. That's like, that week is like when I think when, so my sister-in-law is actually a coach for the women's hockey team. Shout out to Courtney Kennedy and the women's USA hockey team. But she said that silver and gold medal games for them and for most people will be the week of the 5th, like the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. So wow. Something else you could promote too is Super Bowl. I mean, besides the
Olympics,
is the Olympics. Yeah. That's and like
fun.
For the gold medal games, catering for the gold medal games, gold package, silver package, and bronze package.
There you have it. Your catering packages are set.
There it is.
That's a good idea. That's a fun idea because the Olympics, I feel like, are always a special occasion to be celebrating.
Absolutely. Obviously. And they're on during the day. So a lot of people like work places, if people are in the office, might do like you can watch some of the games at work and, or there are a lot of diehard Olympic people that like take time off to watch like gold medal games and silver medal games. So I don't know. You never know. I mean, if the women's hockey team makes it to the silver gold medal game, and I will be taking the day off because I don't think that my in-laws would allow me not to. So
I love hockey. We love hockey.
We love hockey. Yes.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, it's
all these ideas.
Love your ideas. We have Valentine's Day ideas. We have not Valentine's Day ideas in this Valentine's Day
all the
episode.
Ideas.
But I mean, just to reiterate the fact that there's still time if you haven't finalized your stuff yet. Some of our customers have said that some of their chefs are still finalizing their menus right now and are just promoting this week, like this week on today's Friday when you're listening to this past week and next week. So there really still is time to get involved in Valentine's Day. If you haven't and you've been maybe on the edge, but just definitely go all in. I feel like it doesn't hurt, even if you're just working with what you have in stock and not spending so much more money on extra things. And then lastly, OpenTable created a list of the 100 most romantic restaurants in America based on diner reviews. And I'm going to list a few. So obviously it doesn't have every single romantic restaurant. And I think it's just OpenTable information because they broke it up by states, but it doesn't have every 50 state. Like there was nothing for New York. There's nothing for New Hampshire either. Because I was trying to find both of us.
Portsmouth would probably be like the only place that would like end up on the list. I would imagine Concord, maybe. Right. There are some romantic places in Portsmouth for sure. I've accidentally gone into a few of them and been like, this is really like romantic.
I was assuming New York City would have a ton, but
that's probably why they didn't put them on the list because there's like
too many,
thousands of them. Yeah.
Well, I feel like do you think that, okay, well, I'll read you so Massachusetts, the Ocean House restaurant in Cape Cod.
I agree with that.
I've never been there before.
I've been there once. I think it's definitely like candlelit and you know, it's definitely romantic. I don't know if I'd put it on this list, but yes, I think it is. Mama Maria, definitely.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Mama Maria in Boston, which is literally right down the street from me. I have not been yet, but what do you think?
Good. It's so good. But don't go on like a first date there because it's like awkwardly romantic. I feel like it's definitely, it's very like, it's low. I mean, a lot of the places in the North End are like this, right? But it's right in North Square. So it's like, and the windows like overlook North Square. So in the winter too, when there's like snow outside, it's like, it's very like, there's always this real candles on all the tables. And there's like, they have overhead chandeliers like throughout the place. And they have like sconces on them, which I feel like makes the light even more romantic. I don't know. I think it's super romantic. I've been there in non-romantic situations. Right. And I felt, I was like, this is a little weird, but
that's really funny. Don't go there on a first date because
you can go during the day if you're not romantic, you know, but I definitely agree with that. I think Mama Maria's, it's just so pretty. The food's delicious too. It's definitely
it's good. I mean, I've always walked past it a bunch of times, but I
know it's hard. It's hard though. You live in the North End. It's like, where do you want to go tonight? And then sometimes you find a place you love. Like when I lived in the North End, I did that. Right. And I fell in love with like 3 different places. Yeah. And then I go there all the time. And then you like, literally like there's 700 restaurants on one block in the North End. So
and I'm going to the same one 3 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to check, maybe I'll check that one out for like, I don't know, not Valentine's
Day. I mean, it'd be okay to go with your girlfriend. Like, totally.
I obviously don't have my plans made out yet, so we'll see.
still late.
I'm fine. Texas, I wrote down Steak 48 in Houston, Bohannon's Prime Steaks and Seafood in San Antonio, J Prime Steakhouse in San Antonio. Obviously, a lot of steakhouse themes. Apparently, I'm really romantic down there in Texas.
Yep.
And in California, Ca del Sol in North Hollywood, Mr. A's in San Diego, and Del Rey in Pico Rivera. So these are just ones I picked off the list. Maybe some listeners have been to any of these, but I can link the whole open table list. So, I mean, if you're a restaurant listening, then maybe you could look at those people for inspiration was my point in adding this. And also if you're looking for a restaurant to dine at, maybe you could try one of these out too. I didn't look up who was customers and who wasn't.
That's why in my mind, I'm like, are the Prime Steaks and Seafoods, are they part of Ocean Prime, you think? I mean, I guess a lot of steakhouses have Prime in the menu the name, so maybe not, but I know the Ocean Prime
is definitely on this list.
It's
like on a lot. Davio's too was on here a couple times from different locations.
I mean, I do think that the Ocean Prime and the Seaport is romantic. Can be. It can also be. It can be whatever you want. It's like one of those places. It's like a chameleon. But I do think that it can be romantic.
It's like a chameleon.
It is. It's like you can be whatever you want. Literally, you could go there with your kids, right? Or you could go there like on a really romantic date. You could get proposed to there, or you could go there with like a group of girlfriends, which I've done many times. I don't know.
I've never been before, but I walk past it all the time on my Seaport walks, and
I love Ocean Prime. I've been to like one in, I feel like every city I've ever been to. And it's honestly because, I mean, one, they're a customer, but 2, I feel like Ocean Prime is so good at doing everything well every time at every location. Like they train their staff in a way that's like, I don't know, the service is unbelievable. The food's always great. It's like always perfect. And you know, like when you order a meal at, like I ordered a meal in Chicago that I usually get in Boston, exactly the same meal. And it tasted just as good. And I don't know, they're always good to us. Like if you say you work at Tripleseat, they're always like very generous and, you know, bring out extra stuff. And I don't know, it's really, their drinks are good too.
You know where I would go in Boston too, Contessa. I went there. I think that would be a nice Valentine's Day. It's probably already booked up in like every single hour around Valentine's Day weekend, but I loved my Contessa meal.
I want to go there for my birthday, Christmas. Actually. That was like on my list of my husband was like, where do you want to go on your 40th? And I was like, well, we probably should go out around here because it's easier, but I also would really like to go to Contessa because I feel like I'm never going to, but maybe that's like, maybe we can do a girls thing there.
Yeah.
Right? Want to go to Contessa with me?
I would love to go to Contessa with you.
And my excuse can be it's my 40th
was so
birthday.
Good. Yeah.
I think I'd almost rather go there with girlfriends because like Mike likes food and drinks and stuff, but he's not like I don't think he cared much about the atmosphere,
Yeah.
whereas obviously it's very girly.
The atmosphere is really beautiful. I mean, it's your
Yeah.
40th. You can celebrate like 5 different times with 5 different groups of people.
True.
Don't limit it to just your husband.
No, I never limit my birthday to like one day anyway, so it's fine.
It's a birth week.
It's a birth month when you turn 40.
I can't believe you're turning 40.
Neither can I.
I met you when you were what? 30, 20. How old were you in 2018? Yeah, you had
okay.
You only had Colby.
I had Colby. Colby was 2. Oh wow. Yeah. I don't know. I can't do math. What is it? It's 4 years ago. It's 36.
Almost 4.
But I was probably 35 when we met because I feel like I don't know.
We'll have to do this math off camera.
Yeah. I mean, I know the math, but in my head, I'm thinking I must have been 35 when I met you. Like it's 36, but I for some reason.
Well, it's also like what point of the year versus like when your birthday is in March.
Although you started as an intern after college, so it had to have been after March.
No, it was before I ended college.
That's what I mean, but like
it was in 2018.
2018. But you were done with the 2018 school year, right? Or was it during? Did you come in during like Christmas? Okay.
It was during the summer.
I was 36. Thanks everyone for listening to us figure that out. And this is why I don't do anything related to math in my work.
And this is why we're on the marketing team and not in finance.
Well, what's funny
is anything with other numbers.
Right? I'm growth marketing. So really I do a lot of numbers, but like they're just like plug and play. It's not like actually figuring things out.
Not like math.
No, it's put them in a spreadsheet.
Leave them. We don't want that.
Let the spreadsheet figure it out. Anyways, so this section that I'm going to talk about now is just looking ahead at events in 2022, right? So events are happening and being planned every day, which is so exciting for us and for all of our customers and for everyone listening who's not a customer. Many may even be postponements from the holiday season that got pushed. And this is what happened to us. We were supposed to have our holiday party, like, what was it? Like
January, like 11th.
Yeah. And literally like 80% of our company came down with COVID. So we had to postpone it. And now we're doing it the first week in March. So, I think a lot of places had this happen. And I also think that the opposite happened where venues had to close and people had to like move their dates. So definitely a lot going on in early 2022. And we said earlier how that customer of ours had 5 events planned for February 12th. And that's definitely the energy that we all want to bring into 2022, right? So it's going to be a good year. It's a big year starting in February. Who cares about January? So we did some sneaking around in Tripleseat and found that about 440,000 leads have come through Tripleseat in the past 30 days, which is awesome. 440,000. That's a big number. And then with about 343,000 events taking place in the last 30 days. So just to prove our point that people are ready to celebrate this year. And I do think that the number is only going to grow come March, April, May, et cetera, et cetera. So some things to think about. Try new things that you haven't done in the past with new specials, new offerings, new promotions. Try new ways of presenting things at events, maybe some new decor, like freshen things up, or work with new local partners. I do think that because of COVID, unfortunately, some places have closed, but new people have come in. So maybe, check out all the new people out there that you haven't worked with before and partner up with them. And definitely consider upping your technology. I think that, in the past 5 years, technology has been super important in hospitality, but just continues to get more and more important. So Tripleseat, not to toot our own horn, but just came out with a brand new amazing integration with Connect. That's Connect spelled with a K. It's KENECT. And it's a business text messaging platform specifically for the events industry. And basically how it works, and this is a very high level overview of how it works, and there will be more features that are coming down the line to add to enhance the integration. But if you're familiar with Tripleseat, you can, if you have the Connect integration, how you work through the discussions platform in Tripleseat and you go back and forth with your guests, you can now do that through text instead of through email, which is huge. And, I realize most people have email on their phone, but how much easier is it to text than to email? It's so much easier. So with the Connect integration, you can send your guests hey, I need you to sign this contract through text. You can send them discussion emails through text instead of through email. You can even down the line, not right away, but tasks, automatic tasks, you can send those to your customers through text. You can also eventually be able to get updates on your tasks within Tripleseat, things that you need to get done that usually just come through email like once a day. Now they can come through text, and you can set up the frequency and how you want this to work on your own. There's lots of different features that go along with this. So you can check out more info, and you can contact Connect or someone at Tripleseat at tripleseat.com/connect. And again, that's KENECT. So I've been so excited about this integration for like the past year, because that's how long we've been working on it, and it's finally live, and it's really exciting.
We also we hosted a webinar with them last week, which we just posted on the blog. So if anyone wants to look at that little quick description from our team and Connect's team, it's on tripleseat.com/blog.
Awesome. It's really big. It's a big new feature for us in integration. So very excited. And then back in the fall of 2021, Tripleseat announced a partnership with Mary, which I think we had her on the show before, but Mary is a 3D design platform that lets you play around with the design of your space, including everything from the lighting, furniture, tableware, and so much more. And all of these floor plans are then synced to the events tab in Tripleseat. And you can, the same way if you use some of our other floor planning systems, it connects the same way. It just gives you more detail, way more detail. And you can literally build your space out with all of these things that are within Mary. And then if you want to order those things that you use to build out your space, whatever, you can order them straight through the system. So it's amazing. You need to go in and play around with it to really know how amazing it is. So yeah, I definitely would. And our customers have been really excited about it. At event camp, they spoke about Mary, and people were so excited about it. And I'm pretty sure they got a ton of business, or
they did. I was watching the leads come in. People are requesting demos left and right.
And it's not a super expensive integration. So it's, none of our integrations are, but this one especially isn't. And I think it's like a fun tool. It's so cool. So definitely check that out. And that's tripleseat.com/Mary, and Mary is spelled Merri. And we'll put all of this in the notes for the episode as well, but just so you guys know. And we're really excited for everything that's to come in 2022 at Tripleseat, and our customers and the events industry and catering and, delivery and takeout and everything that goes along with what we do at Tripleseat. We have so much more coming down the line. I really do think that, I think 2022 is going to be our biggest year. It has to be. Yeah. There's really nothing around that. Like, we need to make this our biggest year ever. And I think that it's going to be an easy win for sure, because I do think that the hospitality industry is coming along better now. And I don't know. There's still a lot of roadblocks. Don't get me wrong. Staffing, supply chain, all of the things that we've talked about a million times. Mm-hmm. COVID, obviously.
What's that?
But I do think I don't know. I didn't feel this way about 2021. I gotta be honest. Like, we can go back to episodes at the beginning of 2021, and I don't think I had this type of enthusiasm. I really don't. I think 2022 is going to be good.
2022 is the year. It's the year. No, it just can't not be the year. So
it can't not be, for the love of God.
Cut us a break. Jesus.
Oh my God. Like, really? It has to, I don't know. And I'll probably get COVID in 2022 because I can't be that lucky.
You can't survive this whole pandemic.
The whole pandemic, not getting COVID. Come on.
That'd be crazy. I'll probably get it again, but let's hope not. But I'm going to be, I got my vaccines. I'm all set. But be on the lookout this year for Tripleseat coming back with events. We're starting the tentative plans for party people, just getting those scheduled based on Omicron and just what things are looking like. TSU
another
remote
event camp.
Yeah, another event camp is coming May-ish. We have webinars all the time. Tripleseat University does remote sessions. So just check out our events calendar on tripleseat.com/events, and you can be updated on everything that's going on, because you don't want to miss any of it. So,
and just so you guys know, we also just launched a brand new website, which is beautiful and amazing. So just go to tripleseat.com and look around just to see what we got going on and to check out the new website and the new branding. It's pretty gorgeous. Pretty fantastic. If I do say so myself. I didn't really have a big hand in that at all, but
we're so modern and cool.
Yeah. I feel so much more professional now with that website.
I know.
Not that there was anything wrong with the old website. It's just, it had served its purpose. And
right.
It was beautiful for the time, but it was definitely outdated now. That was years ago. So
right. See, we're starting 2022 on a great note to begin with. New website.
the website. Let's go. Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. And we will see you next Friday. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats.
Your events industry podcast, brought to you by Tripleseat, the industry leader for event management software.
Find out more about Tripleseat at tripleseat.com.